take a moment of time out for a second, Jimmy, and let me just process what just happened in this ball game. Jimmy, look, Jimmy, I'm too old for this, bro. Like
I,
I'm too old for this.
you're not older than me, and I'm like 130 games. I mean, it's 115 right now, and I'm like ecstatic
Yeah.
watching this game and seeing what happened. I was like, oh man, I don't know. I was thinking earlier today. I was like, this game is not going to get over until 1 o'clock in the morning, and by God, it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
What? Jimmy, like we was up what 12? I mean, we was up by 12 and giving an old woman heart problems, Paula. I agree with you. I don't know how to explain what just happened. Like
Hey,
we almost just gave this away
yeah, yeah.
in a way that I would never understand.
Well,
I have no idea what
there,
happened or or anything.
yeah, there's no team in the NCAA wants to play Oklahoma because Oklahoma is tough, and
I was
it took Kentucky everything they could do. Just they was up by 10, and they clawed back, and they ended up winning this game. This is not easy games in the SEC tournament. That's why they brought Jay Billis and Dan, the other analysis from the ACC, to be doing our games because they knew every game in the SEC is going to be crazy. Uh, you might be favored by 6, and you can lose by 9. Uh, some of them, we was favored by 6.5 tonight, and we won by 1 point. I mean, this is great. You don't want to bet on any of the SEC games because all these teams are going to bring it, and it just means more.
this is I mean this game was physical from the beginning to the end, and how we allow the ball handling to be so atrocious. Now, look, we won the ball game, and I'm ecstatic. But we was 5.6 seconds away. We was 5.6 seconds away
Yeah,
from
from
losing
Luke.
the ball game.
Yeah,
I'm losing the ball game, and it just it. I'm I gotta I cannot understand this. Um, what happened? Otega, 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 Otega.
I mean,
He did it again,
he's
man.
done it so many times that we depend on him, and he knows that he can do it. He does not have to worry about anything. He can go ahead and get it himself. Uh, and then I'm hoping everybody helps him out. But tonight it was him taking it onto himself to make sure we won that game.
It was oh my goodness, bro. Like we was this close from getting beat. I'm
Yeah.
trying I'm trying
Hey,
to
we was even closer. It was like right there. But hey, that's what championship teams does.
I got
I'm not saying we're an NCAA championship team.
yeah.
I'm not saying we're going to win the SEC championship, but that's what teams does to win games. Especially Oklahoma knew they needed another good win.
Yeah.
After we had done beat them, they wanted to beat us again, but they just didn't come through. Otega brought us through, and that was a great win for Kentucky.
Rick Brown. Oh, I gotta take that down. My fault. Gotta take that down. Lord Whitborough. Okay, gotta give the wife the number. My fault. Didn't mean to put that up that low. I think I busted a few blood vessels yelling at those refs. This right here was just a crazy game tonight, man. And it was just it was. I mean, we were just at a point where we thought the game was won. I wasn't, so before the show, I always go, as you guys can see, and I give the show a title. But even though we was up by 12 points, I wasn't ready to actually go put that Kentucky won the ball game. So I won't put a real title down. I prepped the video and I prepped the live, but I won't put a real title in there. I'll just put some words in it because I don't want to go and start saying that Kentucky beat so and then we end up losing the ball game. I was terrified of losing this ball game
Yeah.
because I just knew we wasn't
Hey,
safe until the horn went off.
well, yeah. The first game of the SEC, you wanted Mark Pope to win that game.
Yeah,
I know that people have said refs, did different things, but I think somebody said that Pope showed some fire tonight,
he
and
sure did.
and I believe he did, and uh, he got this one. Okay, this is the whatever you say, the thing off your back, off your shoulder, whatever. He's got the first win. Okay, now he don't have to worry about that, and then he can just keep on going through. We got Alabama. Let's just Alabama's not played a game yet. They're watching what Kentucky just did. They know they're going to be in a battle because Kentucky just went through a battle. Oklahoma put up a big, and they're going to be in the tournament, but they put up a big battle against Kentucky, and we came out and we won the game.
And,
And then now we got Alabama, and I believe I'm hoping that Lamont Butler will be able to play, but that's going to be another thing. Alabama is not going to be able to just run through Kentucky. I think we're going to have a real good chance of winning that game.
I think we're going to come ready to play. I want to go back and talk about Chandler a little bit. Collins Chandler. You're talking
Yeah.
about a guy who just a couple of weeks ago when he came in the ball game, we looked at him as being like he just doesn't look like he's himself. He doesn't. He looks nervous. He looks indecisive. He looks like he's just not ready to play ball. And now you look at what he's doing right now for the team. And while Otega is still the MVP of this ball game tonight, you got to look. We got to look at all of our three freshmen tonight. They all stepped up. Now
Yes.
on Noah's got at the end of the game when Furious hit that three. Noah's got to try his best to fight around that and try to get out there on first and get in front of him. But that's a learning lesson. He'll learn from that when he go watch the film of what he has to do. But just to I did a video and I said in order for Kentucky to really be good and for Kentucky to have a chance, it's really up to what our three freshmen goes on the floor and how they contribute. And those guys, they came out tonight and they contributed. Noah got some big rebounds. Chandler
Yes.
hit some big threes tonight. Perry was out on the floor doing this thing. I think everyone collectively tonight, outside of just look, got to hit free throws. We missing too many free throws, and we got to take care of the basketball. That taking care of the basketball almost cost us that game tonight. Now
Yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna do against Alabama. We'll let that take care of itself. But we needed to win this one ball game. I said
Yes.
before that I think that if we could beat Missouri, we went to Missouri and we beat them. And if we can at least win one game in the SEC tournament, at least one game, I don't feel like how they can take us off the number three line in the NCAA tournament. I don't know how they can put us down to a number four. As long as we
No.
don't get blown out by Alabama, I think we still got a chance to still stay around the number three line because we've earned that, and no one can take that away from us. Going into this Alabama game is going to be extremely, extremely hard. But I think our cats is ready. I think we got a wake up call today. As fans, we better come out and we better take care of the ball better and we better hit free throws because if we don't, we're going home. And Alabama has no problem with putting us out and sending us home. But I think I like what Kentucky win lose said. The heart is there. Everyone is locked in. I just think for some reason our ball handling at the end of the ball game And look, I don't know what's going on with Butler. I don't know if I don't know if Butler's coming back for the SEC tournament. I'm not sure if they're gonna just keep him out and just says get just wait till the first game of the NCAA tournament. I had no idea that he even went to the locker room until they actually announced it that they was actually that he was in the locker room for X-rays, and my heart dropped. So we gotta go on and we gotta play without Butler because he may not be coming back. So but we take the ball on game and to the end. But that's what I'm saying, Peanut. We took care of the ball very fairly well throughout the game. It was just that last 2 minutes of the ball game we could not do anything with the basketball, and that hurt us, and that almost caught us to basketball. That's for sure.
Yeah, we
But
we
yes,
we we
yeah,
we just didn't we didn't handle the pressure, and
yeah.
well, I mean, there was the goodness,
Yeah.
but the two times we turned the ball over, that was not even pressured. It was just us not being ready,
Yep.
and
I agree with that. I mean, so so we just I'm definitely look if you ask me for my opinion, I'm definitely going to set Butler for the rest of the SEC tournament. And as much as I want to win the SEC tournament, I want to move farther as long as I can in the NCAA tournament. So if that means losing to Alabama because we don't have Butler, then I guess it is what it is. I
so
guess that's just what we got to do. But I would set Butler.
yeah, uh, I saw that where you put up seven uncalled fouls. Was that
Yeah.
against the? Yeah, that the referees didn't call against what we was doing.
That was the foul when they fouled us, but they didn't call it. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Where they didn't call the fouls. Yeah,
so
I
so yeah. So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. Chandler gets bloodied in the head. He gets hit in the
yeah,
head. He gets hit in the
and
head,
he shows the referees. I
and
got
they
a
don't
blood.
even
I
they
got a
don't even
bloody
go
head.
check it.
Yeah, they don't even check anything.
This
So
is let them. I mean, Carr just getting dr- drugged to the floor, pushed to the floor, everything else, and
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and the referees they just didn't, they just wouldn't call anything. I don't know if they was just trying to get the game over with or not. But if you go to
Well,
the table,
the car foul, that was intentional. That
yep,
should have been a flagrant two.
yep. And I really like how Williams is playing basketball right now.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Williams is and I agree with um Noah got an elbow in the face too. On a
yeah.
free throw. They didn't call it.
They didn't
They,
even call it.
uh,
No looks at it or anything.
th-
And then Chandler gets bloodied up, and I think he had to have stitches, didn't he?
he had to have something put in. He might have got stitches because that blood was coming out. That should have been
Yeah,
and it's just those kind of things that that the young men out there are getting hurt. These guys are getting hurt,
yeah.
and nothing's being called about it. Like I don't understand why Kentucky just seems to get punished out there, and as soon as we touch somebody, even the slightest little touch, we get called for a foul. None of this
Yeah.
makes sense whatsoever. It just doesn't. Hard got raped
I
when
mean,
they stole
I
it.
mean,
Jelly
yeah,
got his
yeah.
eye busted. Yep.
There was calls on both sides, but I think majority of it was it was on Kentucky's bad side that we didn't get those calls.
Yeah, it was. Yep. They
And
just.
I
Yep.
think the referees. I've watched some of these all the games in the SEC.
Yeah.
They're trying to keep some games under the belt to where everything's going to be their way at the very end. And some of these referees, I don't know what in the world is going on in their heads of
Yep.
them. I think they're trying to make it to where it is their game and not the player's game.
Okay. Hank says, "Where there's a will, there's a Oweh." So it is. I
Yeah.
agree with you on that. I
Oh yeah.
absolutely agree on that, man. Probably butterfly his cut eye up. Yeah, probably so too. I think so too. As well, Oklahoma got away with all kind of crap. Furious gets every call. Man, look. I mean, hats off to Furious, man. Like that, like that
Hey,
freshman,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Hats off to him, bro. He never stops playing, and between him and the referees, they would have been in that ball game at the end,
No.
if it wasn't for those two. So, well, where there was no call. Yeah, I mean, let's see who said that. Chris Episode. Yeah, oh no, is that who said that? Yeah, I think that's who. Chris. Yeah, we just spoke about that call on Chandler, and he didn't get it, and he had to go straight to the locker room to most likely get stitches, as you said, Jimmy. So,
Yeah. I think he had a bandage on his eye when he came back. So I don't
yeah,
know if he had stitches or not, but they said that looked like that he would be able to have that he had stitches.
absolutely. So, well, that game is over. It's gone. We won. Good job to Coach Pope winning his first SEC tournament game as a
Exactly.
Kentucky head
Yep.
coach. And now we move on to Bama. Bama's got to try to beat us 3 times in 1 year.
That's going to be a tough
That
matchup
is
for
going to
them
be
to
tough.
beat us 3 times in a row.
This is
I don't know that it'll happen. I think Kentucky can win this game, and I do not believe it. Yeah, it is hard to beat a team 3 times, but I think Kentucky's going to be zeroed in on this game, and it's in. I guess everybody's been talking about what you want to name Nashville. I'm gonna say it, Nashington.
that's we need the Spirits gets away with murder. So, do you think we can beat Alabama this third time around? What is it going to take for us to stop those guys? Those guys, we gotta. We just played a basketball game at 12 midnight, 1 a.m. in the morning, and now we gotta.
I mean, we don't play till 9:30 tomorrow night. So, and
Well,
that game might be the same thing that happened tonight. There might be a overtime game in between the 1 o'clock to all the way up until our game. So,
yep.
but yeah, I think we can win that game.
I'm excited. I'm excited about getting these guys again. Um, letting them beat us twice on our floor and their floor. Let's see if we can bring them to Nashville and let's see if we can turn the tables. Those guys are going to be playing, but those guys are working hard as they can for a possible number 1 seed if they can win the SEC championship
Yeah,
tournament. So those guys, they still got a lot on the line. I think Kentucky, we're not worried about getting a number 2 or number 1 seed. So I think we go out tomorrow and I think we play free. I think that we play in a way that we're going to play a lot better than we played tonight. And look, tonight we played good tonight. I just
yeah,
feel like tomorrow night, well, tonight, rather, I feel like that these guys are going to go out and I think that they're going to, I think that these guys are going to go out and play one heck of a solid game against Alabama. That's for sure. Let's talk. Jesus 76 said that Chandler got 2 stitches in his eye,
yeah,
and I mean I'm pretty sure that's what it took. And it's amazing how they have these facilities made for this, so they can do everything they need to do and
yeah.
get players back on the floor. So big shout out to the medical team and all those guys. So that's pretty big. It shouldn't have come down to the last shot.
Well,
It
yeah,
was
we had a lot of turnovers.
okay.
Still like silly turnovers. Yeah, we did, and yeah, I mean, yeah, it was lucky that we actually got the last second shot.
Man, that's a blessing. I'm gonna call it what it is. So if Butler doesn't play tomorrow, we aren't sitting pretty. Well, here's the thing about Butler. Butler only played 8 minutes tonight. He only played eight
Yeah,
minutes, and then
I think he might be able to play some tomorrow. I think maybe they just shut him down. Maybe he just tweaked it a little bit. I don't know, but I guess we'll see in the scouting report. Early tomorrow and see if he's going to play. But I mean, Chandler's playing, the way that everybody else is playing, along with Otega and I think we could be fine against Alabama because Alabama, Kentucky matches up real well with them, and if we hit our threes, I believe we are going to still be a great team against them.
I think so too. Look, we haven't even talked about Brea, and Brea's in a
Yeah,
zone right now.
Berea was outstanding.
Yeah, he got in a zone tonight too, and I think he did a really good job out there. He's definitely going to be somebody that's going to have to step up and play D tomorrow. He's going to have to step up and make sure that he actually make some shots because we're going to need him. Alabama's going to come out on fire tomorrow night, and
Yeah, well, I mean, you talk about Alomar. He came out and played a pretty good game.
you know I
When
don't. Yeah,
when we needed him, he did.
yeah.
But Carr, Mari, they're all going to play great games tomorrow. I expect when Kentucky comes out tomorrow against Alabama, they are going to be just ready because they know they done lost 2 games against them. They want to
Yeah,
win this game
yeah, they
and
want to win this game bad.
and prove to the SEC nation, prove to all the people that's coming to the SEC to watch this game, announce it that Kentucky is right there to be there with any team in the NCAA.
I think so too, and I agree with Eric Jackson. Everyone has to step up against Bama, or Bama's going to blow us out.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That
Um,
yeah.
so my question to you guys is: if Butler's not playing tomorrow, which I don't think he should, do you start Chandler or do you start Perry? I mean, Perry's already got a couple of starts, if I remember correctly, while he was out. So are you going to start Perry? Are you going to start Chandler as PG1 against Alabama? I mean, we know that Perry can shoot the ball, but if we're being honest, Chandler is a lot more athletic than Perry is. So do you throw so you're gonna put Chandler out there so he can start off the game and then bring Perry in as needed? We got news, it's not the shoulder. Ooh, what's the show? Ooh, what is it then? We got breaking news. Doo 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 doo. Start Perry. Okay. See, I mean, we got so many people who's kind of on the fence of that. Start Perry, start
Yeah.
Chandler. I mean, look, in the second half,
I,
in the second half, Chandler got the start in the second half. So maybe that's what he will go to tomorrow if Butler is actually not playing. Should have had OU jerseys on. Um, J.C. Wilder said it wasn't his shoulder that they was X-raying. Now I'm really curious. Well, if it's not his shoulder, then I'm curious about what it is. And if it's not his shoulder, then maybe that's a good thing. But we'll have to see because I don't really know what it is. I freak Bama out. Points. Well, I mean, Williams brings the ball up the court all the time anyway. Talk Jesus 76. He brings the ball up a lot anyway. So it ain't like we're gonna. It wouldn't be like we gotta go and learn a whole new system. If Williams was the point guard per se, he brings it up a lot too. Both off the bench. If Butler is done, the season is over. I'd
no,
tell you.
I just looked up something. It does not say anything about any bad injury with Butler. It just looks like they just took him out of the game, and his shoulder got tweaked a little bit. But when he came back to the bench, he was it didn't like he was not favoring it or anything like that.
Okay.
I do not believe it's a season injury on this.
Okay.
I
Well.
don't know who was talking about that, but I just looked it up. There ain't nothing going on with him.
Okay, well, we'll definitely know more by the time we
Yeah.
wake up tomorrow.
Well, yeah,
We,
but
we
when
will
we wake
definitely
up
know.
tomorrow or well, today, when we wake up today.
Yeah, we'll wake up in a few hours.
Yeah.
It's going to be just like that. So hopefully it was a precaution.
Well, you'll wake up on a beach.
Well, not here. I won't. Not this time. I wish.
Oh,
Soon. Uh, Go Big Blue. But yeah, man, it's just we got this win. We got to go back and man, we got to get rest. I hope the guys are already in the hotel, laying down
Yeah.
in the
I,
bed, getting some rest. So, free throws are everything. Free throws, FT, are everything. He's one of the best big men in the SEC. And Williams got he got snubbed for SEC on one of the all conference teams, and nobody put him anywhere. Nobody thought he was good enough. So you could tell that Williams is out there playing with a chip on his shoulder, but he's not trying to do too much. He's still staying within the game plan. He's still doing what's best for the team, and I like that. And he's not taking a personal vendetta out on trying to prove everybody that they missed out by not putting him on any of the all conference teams. I believe that that came back all started off the Williams turnover. I mean, Williams had that turnover, and then Otega lost the ball, and then they they hit a three, and it was crazy. It was crazy. So I get to
yeah.
sleep that off. I'm just glad that that game is over, and we're at the point where now you don't. It should have never came down to the way the game ended. I'll be the first to tell you. But we playing in a way now is that find a way to win and move on. That's the name of the game right now, and it ain't always gonna be pretty. And we might be, I mean, his teams have been up by 20 points and barely won by 2 points. So we just gotta accept
Hey,
that for what it is. It should have never been. But let's just go make sure that we can have a better game against Alabama. That's for sure. He just got to have something to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I just want Williams to protect the rim better. He sits there and watches guys walk in for layups. I think the thing with Williams and him watching people do layups is because he has a track record of if he just touches somebody or if he just gets too close to him, he always gets in foul trouble.
yeah, he gets
Always.
a foul put him on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's aggravating at times. I understand because we need Williams down the stretch in the ball game. Um, and if he's
Yeah.
in foul trouble, then he can't be aggressive when it matters the most. And
Yeah.
if you got four fouls, you definitely letting people just go
Well,
past you.
I
You know what
just
I'm
saw.
saying?
I think I saw. What was it? Kentucky wins. You lose. It said Cal loses this game 10 out of 10 times.
Well, I mean,
Hey, and Cal they lost today.
they lost today.
And you know what he said?
What?
Well, it doesn't matter. He didn't
Well,
care about the SEC tournament.
Well, we do, and
Yeah,
um, and
he did.
and, and yeah, yeah, we do, and I'm with you. I'm with you. Tighten up. It should have never came to this, but we won the ball game. We get to advance. I mean, we could have threw the ball half court and won the ball game.
Yeah,
It would still be a victory that we get to live and we get to play another day, and we're one day closer to hopefully playing on Sunday. So we gotta. So I'm just enjoying the moment. I can go back and I can nitpick on what we gotta do. We gotta take care of the basketball, but we found a way to hold on and win the game. It shouldn't have been that close, but we did. And now we got to focus 100% on Alabama and how can we do better in making sure that Alabama does not beat us three times in a row. That right there is just completely unconstitutional.
exactly.
So,
This is a game. We need to come out, be strong. Okay,
yep,
don't turn over. Let's get to the basket and try to get our game into our plan. Do not
absolutely.
turn, yeah, don't turn it over. Let's hit our threes. We're going to hit threes, and I
Yep,
know Kobe Berea. I know that Colin Chandler. He's probably going
yeah.
to hit a couple. I think that if I don't know, I would believe maybe that that I think that what's oh well
Otega, Ansley.
no yeah, I was thinking of Ansley.
Yeah,
Ansley
yeah,
Alport, he's going to play a good game,
yeah. I
but
think so too.
I believe all these players is going to have a great game. they're going to be ready for Alabama. They've seen everything. We've lost 2 games against them. They
Yep.
they want to play this good game and go ahead and advance in the in the SEC tournament.
I agree with you 100% too. So we just gotta we gotta just show up tomorrow ready to play. We've already played them twice this year. We've already scouted them. We already know what they about. We already know what we about. The talk is really over. It's really we can go back and we can look at the films of what we did tonight against Oklahoma. We can try to tell ourselves we can't put ourselves in a situation where we can't get the ball up the court, and we just got to go out and we just got to play basketball against Alabama. It's I mean that's as simple as it is. They know that Alabama can beat them. They did it twice this year, and Alabama has no problem with doing it again. It's
Now,
just what version of Kentucky shows up tomorrow against Alabama is what's on my mind.
well, Lamont Butler might have a little bit of say in that. He might be like, "Hey, I was just gonna hang out," and then I think he might be playing again tomorrow.
I don't know. I mean, I won't be disappointed.
I'm
Like
not
I
going to be
said,
disappointed, but
I
he
ain't
could
gonna.
be, yeah, he could be that player that says,
Yeah,
"Hey, I'm coming back and playing
yeah.
again."
I don't know, but I definitely look forward to this ball game tomorrow. It is now almost a quarter to 2 a.m. and everyone's up talking Kentucky basketball. If
Well,
that
it's
doesn't tell
yeah,
you the
it's
vibe
one
of the
four,
bands from
yeah,
now on, yep,
147, and we're up,
yep.
and yeah, we're talking about Kentucky basketball. Hey, everybody, this is awesome.
Let me see if I can throw this up on the screen. Hold on, yeah. That ain't what I want. I wanted this right here from Brad. Brett says if it comes up. So I'm not using my regular Wi-Fi, so that's why things are a little bit slower. So my apologies for that. Oh, I had two terrible games versus Bama. I'm sure he'll bounce back. I hope
Yeah,
he bounces back for sure.
well,
I look. It's
he had 2 good games against Oklahoma.
well,
Yeah,
that's
with the Alabama game, he did not. This is the time for him to show up, and I think he will.
well. Um, we gonna see, man. We gonna see if he can follow up a game like this against Alabama, playing.
Hey,
Uh, you know,
there's only been 1 game in the whole season he never scored over 10 points. Most of every game he scored
yeah,
over 15 to 20 points. I
that's,
believe this is going to be a game against Alabama. He's going to score 15 to 20 something points. And I
yep.
believe that we will have other players that's going to step up and do the same thing.
I bet so too. Absolutely. So look, man, it's a late night tonight. We get to play Alabama here in a few hours is what it feels like. I
Well,
appreciate
yeah.
every Yeah, I appreciate everybody jumping on tonight, man. We're not gonna stay long tonight, because we'll be right back here again tomorrow night with against Alabama. If I can ask everybody to do me one single real solid. I started a Go Big Blue challenge, and once the video ends, once it's not live anymore, if you can just go type in the comments, Go Big Blue. I'm trying to get as many as I can before we play Alabama tomorrow. So once again, when this video is over, when it stops and it's not live, when it matters, can you just right before you go to sleep, if you have time, just go in the comments and just type "Go Big Blue." Would you please do that for me? I really need that to happen. I don't ask for a lot most of the time, but I'm asking that if you can. Thank you, Truck CVS. Thank you so much. I appreciate that donation, man. Thank you. I'm always nervous to add, to tell people that they can donate, because I'm just such a little channel. Who am I to ask people that if they want to do donations to do donations? So that's why I'm real nervous when it comes to that. I see a lot of people asking for donations or saying for donations, but a lot of times I'm just too nervous to ask. But anyway, if you guys could go right after the video is yes, 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 you can. Once the video is over, you can put Go Big Blue as many times as you can, but do it in separate comments, okay? I'm trying to get as many comments as I possibly can with just Go Big Blue. That's all you have to say. You can say anything else you want to, but I definitely want to see Go Big Blues once the show is over. Okay, guys? So thank you guys for joining once again. Jimmy, I know it's late. Thank you once again for staying up and going with me. I knew that we
Yes.
weren't going to do a long show tonight, uh,
Yeah.
but but we had to do a show to celebrate this win
Yeah.
over OU. Bart Pope got his first SEC tournament win, and
First one. There we go.
yeah. So so we definitely just hit that Go Big Blue, or when the video stops, and it would mean the world to me. And you guys sleep good, and we'll be back this same time tomorrow to celebrate hopefully a win over
Hopefully it
Alabama.
won't be this late.
Yeah. Well, I hope not either. I hope they get on in and get the that's for sure. But hey, thank you guys once again. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Go Big Blue is what I'm looking for in the comments. The video is about to end. So go catch Jimmy. I see you, and we'll talk soon. Okay.
We'll talk soon. Yep. We'll
All
be
right.
out here. Yeah.
All right. Go Cats.
Go Cats.